Christian Gnostic.
Okay, so do you believe, have you ever read the book of Genesis?
Absolutely. I'm a Christian Gnostic.
Okay, so when God gave the commandment in the Bible, in one of the greatest comic books ever, how come his order of thou shalt not eat was disobeyed, yet the first teacher in the Bible, the serpent, that commandment was obeyed?
Yeah, I can answer that to the best of my ability, God willing. Yeah. So the principle falls, and I'll try to make it as short-winded as possible for the sake of the listeners, right? For basically, it all starts with Genesis 2:16, 17. Of all these trees eat from, but one tree that's amidst these trees do not eat. So we get singular and we got plural. We got trees and then we got tree. He says, amidst all the trees, you can eat, but from one you cannot eat, which is amidst these trees. Genesis 2:17 comes in, for if you eat of it, you will certainly die the death, because this is the knowledge of good and evil. So immediately after Genesis 2:17, after he just instructed Adam, do not eat from this tree. Adam, God says in Genesis 2:18, following Genesis 2:17, he says, it is not good that man be found alone. Now we understand the principle of knowledge. Knowledge is good and evil, and the judgment amidst the two. Now we have Genesis 2:18. This God is using this power of the tree. From the very tree he's saying, do not eat from, he's now saying, it's not good that he be found alone. I'm gonna give him some help. I'm gonna give him some companionship, some assistance. I'm gonna make one into the number two. So he puts Adam into a deep sleep. Adam wakes up. Adam immediately identifies his counterpart, if you will. Now, mind you, I'm going to make it short-winded. I'm not going to get into a tangent as to what God led to Adam first and why he led it to Adam first and what was going on there. I'm just going to try to answer your question in the quickest way possible that I know. He says, it is not good that man be found alone. He puts him in a deep sleep. Adam wakes up, and Adam says, flesh and bone of mine own, I shall name thee woman. And he gives the reason why, which is the translation of the name woman. He says, I'm going to call you woman because I was you, you was me, we were one. Now you're over there, I'm over here. I'm not you anymore. You're not me anymore. I'm going to call you woman because you came from me. I was you and you was me. So in Genesis 2:23, it follows into 2:24 where it says, and for that reason that I'm no longer you and you're no longer me, it's only right that man leaves his parents, takes wife, and makes himself one flesh. Then he names her mother of Eve. So what happened, because the question was about the knowledge, right? So what happened is that when Adam fell asleep and he woke up, he realized that he was separated. And the God that divided Adam and put Adam to sleep, this God was using the very power that he was telling Adam not to draw his authority from. Hey, I'm going to tell you it's not good that you be by yourself, but that tree over there that allows you to determine what's good and bad, I don't want you to go there, right? So he puts him to sleep, he wakes him up, and then he tempts Eve, the lesser half. He divided Adam first to weaken Adam, to get him so that he can infiltrate. Because when he came to Adam and said, do not eat of this tree, Adam was whole. He was complete. He was Eve and he was Adam, and Eve was Adam and Adam was Eve. They were one. Then he puts him to sleep. He wakes up, flesh and bone of mine own. I shall name thee woman. You were taken from me. That's where the infiltration happens. The God that was in paradise, the God that was in this so-called garden, he used knowledge and he says, let's divide him, let's weaken him, and then I'll seduce the weaker vessel. I'll go after his weakness instead of his strength. And he was able to infiltrate through Eve. That's why it's written 1 Timothy 2:14. The transgression fell upon the woman. Adam was not deceived. It was the woman. Now, I'm going to land my plane here because there's an argument separate from what we're talking about in terms of when people say, "Oh, the Bible is misogynist and it's against women." No, it's not. Once you find out that the Bible is speaking esoteric principle, it's not talking about genitalia biology. It's just simply giving you the difference between dominance and submission